Hi friends, I am Sunil Ajmera and today I am going to talk on a very interesting subject, the pitfalls of digitalization and social media. It's very important to know. I mean, when we, at my age, I remember when we got the internet connectivity to the dial-up. So we were like, normally we could only log on, and it was like a very exasperating experience having logged on because the connectivity was a challenge, the speed was a challenge. So, but we were the generation which we were used to log on. Now the new generation is hooked on because of the broadband and the super connectivity and all. It's like, they are perpetually hooked on. So our generation compared to the new generation, we were the migrants to the new technology. And this generation has already arrived. So let's start talking of very young children. I mean, everybody must have come across children less than 1, 2, 3 kinds, less than 3. They seem to be so technology-wise so savvy. Earlier, you used to have pacifiers. If the child was crying, you used to give pacifier. Now we have digital pacifiers. And parents are so happy when they hand over a mobile or an iPad to a child. They feel so happy when the child is actually appeased. They tell the world, look, now he is not going to cry. So now we have new digital pacifiers. Earlier, when we were small, we had maids or nannies or family members who used to take care as a babysitter. And now what has happened, the new trend, that there are digital babysitters, like what I talked about, the iPhone and the iPads and all that stuff. So right from very early childhood, when the child doesn't even know how to speak, doesn't even know how to walk, doesn't even know how to hold things, he becomes so savvy, and we feel so proud in terms of so-called that they are able to handle an iPhone or an iPad and all that stuff. But in reality, if you look at the adults, this is like a downward filtration theory. Whatever we are passing on to the generation, even we as a generation, where I said we are migrants, but we are also literally quite hooked on to the technology. But what are the social and other impact of the so-called using of the, in social media also, apart from that, we are all glued to our mobiles and perpetually checking on messages and WhatsApp and Facebook. But coming to social media, apart from digitalization, what has happened? Digitalization, of course, has led to a disconnect also because we are so engrossed in the digital world. But coming to social media, social media also has created new areas, of stress and disconnect. One is that in social media, especially Facebook, I'm talking, which is more in vogue. People are like using this as how much social currency you can win or buy or earn. It's like earning social currency. When I say social currency, I mean to say likes, appreciation, adulation, and all that stuff. The more the likes, the more you are happy, the virtue in the virtual world. More the adulation and appreciation, the more you are happy because, oh wow, I have got 1,000 likes. I've got 3,000 virtual friends and blah, blah, blah. So this has become a kind of a social currency. Everybody is in a horde to earn more and more of social currency. The second thing which comes into my mind is comparison. There's a hell lot of a comparison through social media, which is leading to anxiety, stress and all. Earlier in our generation, we used to enjoy small things. We used to get going for picnics, outings, or even playing antakshari or doing some mundane things together. We used to enjoy, or even hearing to Binaka Geet Mala or Chitrahar later when TV black and white came. But nowadays, what has happened is everybody is so blatant in terms of exhibiting what they are doing. Somebody has gone on vacation to US or Switzerland, Maldives or XYZ, or flaunt something else, a new car or new mobile or a new gadget or some designer clothing. It leads to comparison. It leads to stress. The family, whether it's the wife or the children, they start thinking, why not we? And there is a kind of a stress which leads to economic stress, social stress. The people are living beyond their means just to prove a point through social media that I am affluent, I'm rich, I'm indulging, and I'm traveling, and I'm going, and all that stuff. So this is like, to increase the outreach, you are leading such a fallacious life. Now, then the problem is when I am talking about the pitfalls of social media, then people say that why can't people be asocial? No, nobody is taking to you be asocial. I mean, of course, most of the youngsters, especially the 90% of the youngsters who are in the social media, are there because they want to be a part of the group. They just want to be felt that there is an acceptance socially. So some of them, most of them are primarily there. But I would say that this addiction cannot go by merely taking away altogether the platform. And I tell you, whether it is Instagram or this Facebook or other whatever social media site, actually they were not created for this. This was for creating a kind of a connect between people. But now everybody is more into a chase and into a kind of a competition, comparison, too much of adulation and all that, which is all leading to stress and anxiety. So like food, if you take this as a digital food, the social media, so the intake of food has to be in sync with your health. If you keep on eating junk food, if you keep eating unhealthy food, naturally your body will be affected. Similarly in social media, if you eventually keep on, putting on all kinds of stuff which may only add to stress or leads to, mental anxiety and all, it is you to be blamed. It's not the Facebook and Instagram and other social sites not to be blamed. It is you who creates the content. It is you who puts this content. It is you who expects, and because of that you are stressed. So ideally what I feel is it is to be treated like food, like a diet. The moment you start regimentalizing your diet in a proper way, you have a healthy mind. So what I mean to say is, in short, is that we have to somehow moderate our lifestyle vis-a-vis using the so-called the digitally being connected. And another thing is to be hooked on too much on social media, wherein the addiction may lead to more anxiety, stress, comparison, competition, and other things. So let us all take a stance, since this lockdown has given us a time to get more into a bonding state and connectivity. I hope we don't get hooked on more into digitally, because now we have more time in hand. And so instead of the connect, we widen the disconnect. With this hope, I wish you all the best. Have a good day, safe day, stay home. God bless. Bye.